Welcome back, everybody. Brian Curran here with another Saturday morning lesson. My apologies about last week. Just kind of got away from me, and before I knew it, it was Saturday again, and I hadn't made a lesson yet. So I'm sorry about that. But here we are today, continuing with Crossroad Blues by Robert Johnson. Hope you've been enjoying these lessons. I've sure been having a good time making them. And if you're just joining me, we did the intro in another lesson, and we did the beginning of the first verse. So you can check those out. They're always archived. All these lessons, as usual, archived at facebook.com/Brian Curran Music. So you can catch up, and if you're just joining us, and catch up with where we are today. If you've been keeping up with the series, we are now picking up with the next vocal line and the first chord change onto the C chord. Again, for the sake of the lesson, we're in open G, and of course in the recording, Robert is around B flat. We discussed all that in the previous video. So today we're in open G for the sake of the lesson, as the other two were as well. So D, G, D, G, B, D. I tuned to a tuner a little bit ago, so I should be still pretty close. Let's just go ahead and get started with the first phrase. Again, this is where the first chord change occurs, and he begins singing again. It's based off, again, that C7 chord. Here's the phrase. That's basically the phrase. So let's break that down. You can see it's kind of a tricky little stretch there, you know, especially if you're a pinky slide guy like me. If you wear it on your ring, you're in great shape, because that's a nice, easy stretch. You know, don't change where you wear the slide for the sake of the song. You just have to work out the fingering that you're going to use for this chord form. So it's essentially playing off of C chord, but you start with barring to the 4th string on the 5th fret. And you're just going to strike down on that string with your thumb. Nothing fancy. Then you reach that ring finger to the 3rd fret. Try and keep that bar down, but it's okay that this string gets let off, because actually in the recording it's very staccato. It just cuts out, and I think that's because he's reaching his finger, and that kind of automatically mutes that string off. Then you're going to play the 8th fret on the 1st string. Give it a little bend if you can. Back to the bar, and here you're going to hit 1, 2, 1. So we got, you know, you can be pretty aggressive with your upstrokes too. If you brush into other strings, that's okay. Okay, then we're going to go back to that 8th fret. I want you to play it twice. Okay, so I'm going to count you off. Let's try and play that phrase together. 3, 4. Okay, one more time. 3, 4. Okay, now after that, this is a section of the song where I hear it differently each time I listen to the song. Sometimes it sounds like it is just an open 6th string. Sometimes it sounds like he's doing like a little slide on it, kind of like something like that. But for the sake of the lesson, I had to decide. So we're just going to do the open 6th string. If you know for sure what he's doing here, share it with me. Again, I hear it different each time. You know, I listen to it and like, man, he's definitely sliding that. No, it's definitely just open. So who knows? But for, again, sake today, we'll just do the open 6th string. Okay, then we're going to slide back up to the 5th fret on the 4th string. Okay, that's going to begin the next phrase, which is very similar to the one we just did. You grab that 8th fret again, back to the bar, 1, 2, 1. Okay, the ending's different here though. You're going to go 8, 5. That's the end of that phrase. So Okay, so let's try both those phrases together with putting that sixth string in the middle. 3, 4. Okay, one more time. 3, 4. Okay, now following that, we need to keep the rhythm going. What I do here is up down. So I can't quite figure out exactly what Robert's doing. It's very subtle, but you could do anything or nothing. You know, you can just feel the rhythm and pick up on time for the next phrase. But I like to kind of keep things going rhythmically. You could do like a little chunk, or however you want to kind of keep the rhythm going, or just don't play anything and wait for the next phrase. It's really up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and play from the beginning and add in that little up down so you can get an idea of how that feels. 3, 4. You see, just nothing fancy going on there. And you can decide how you want to do it. But let's take a look at the next phrase and then we'll put that together. The next phrase is this. Okay, so slide direction here is fairly important. What I'm hearing here, we're up on that 12th fret, and as if you've been following the lessons, there's a lot going on up on that 12th fret. So here, I think he's doing it all with the thumb, but you can decide what fingers you want to use. Striking the first string first, sliding into 12. Then double the second and first string together 2 times. Then the final is with the third string, striking that one, all 3 strings, and going out of the chord. So you're going sliding in, and then out and down the neck. Now if you brush with your fingers, just make sure you get all 3 strings when you go down. You know that. But I think he's attacking it with his thumb. You know, but you can decide what fingers you want to use. Let's go from the beginning up to that point. Okay? I'll try and go as slow as I can. 3, 4. Okay? One more time. 3, 4. There's the next phrase, which is nice because if you're keeping up with the lessons, you already know this phrase. That's the what I call it with the ghost hammer. If you don't know it already, it's not too bad to get. It's a really cool riff. I think that's what he's doing. But even if it's not exactly what Robert's playing, it's a cool riff anyway. It's upstroke on the open chord to what I call ghost hammer. So I'm not playing the string previous, just hammering down onto that 6th string 3rd fret, downstroke with the thumb. So, you know, and you can be aggressive with your strokes and be as aggressive as you can with the hammer too. Because, you know, you want that hammer to be heard. So, if we put that together, try that slow. 3, 4. Okay. So let's go back to the beginning, see if we can put that together. 3, 4. Okay. One more time. I know that's a lot to swallow. Try and play with me though if you can. 3, 4. Okay? Now, the next phrase is probably one of the coolest licks in the song, in my opinion. It's this is the phrase. Okay? It's a great run. And you want to be aggressive on this. What's happening here on the first string is we're striking the 5th fret 3 times, then 1 time on the 3rd fret, 1 time on the 2nd fret, and 1 time open. And the whole time I'm using my index finger and heavily brushing into the chord, into the open strings, so it all rings together. It's also part of Son House's ending. I can't remember exactly the ending on Death Letter. I'm getting sidetracked. That's a whole nother day, a whole nother lesson. But it's a great riff. So I'm going to try that slow. 3, 4, 3 times. Okay. When you finish that, we're going to do the 3rd string, 3rd fret. Give it a little bend. I'm brushing heavily again. Then that same ghost hammer lick. So we got okay. Then the final lick to finish that out is this. That's going 5th fret, 1st string, 3rd fret, 5th fret. Then a downstroke with the thumb. You can cut that off, you can let it ring. I can't remember exactly what it's like in the recording. I'd have to listen to it again. I think it's cut short. And then the next phrase. But it might ring. Can't really remember. I have to listen to it again. But you'll hear it. But play it the way you want to anyways, So I'm going to go all the way to the beginning. Let's see if we can put all that together. And we're almost on the home stretch. So let's go back to the top. Try and play with me if you can. 3, 4. One more time. See if we can get through that again. It's tough to slow it down. So I hope you can play with me. 3, 4. Real quick, I want to show you this too. There's another way you can fret that when you play that 5th fret. You can add the 2nd string on the 3rd fret too. Or, if you want, tightens it up a little bit. I think Robert's just doing the top string, but sometimes I kind of like that sound. But you can decide for yourself. So final home stretch here. So now we're getting into the 5 chord. So our D chord. I think he's playing it here, which is a common 5 chord. I got the 2nd string, 1st fret, and 3rd string, 2nd fret, in the open 1st string. Very common 5 chord for open G. Now, I think he starts with the ring finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret. And you're going to do an upstroke, then release it. So you got whole phrase is this. So it's fretted, open, fret again, open again. So I'll try that slow. Again, 3, 4. Okay, and I'm cutting that short because he's goes into that slide lick. So back from that 5 chord, 3, 4. Okay. Following that is a slide up on the 5th string to open. Now, it's not, you don't have to be super accurate of where you start and where you end. It's more in the timing. You can do that slide too if you want. It's up to you. I think Robert sounds like he's using his finger, but you can decide for you. 3, 4. Okay, not too tough there. Then this is a very cool lick. And again, direction on slide here is pretty important. Now, I'm not 100% sure. It's tough to kind of hear. I think he's singing over this. It's just really aggressive on basically 1, 2, and 3. Even if you get 4 involved, that's okay. Let your hands kind of do what feels natural to rhythmically play this. You know, or up, down on the end. You know, I don't really analyze too much of what fingers I'm using. You do it all thumb. But the lick, da 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 da, and again, in, out, up, down on the end. You know, so just do what feels natural. See, there I did up, down on the end, you know. So I'll try and play that slow from here. 3, 4. And down. Okay? One more time. 3, 4. Okay, so final lick, very similar to the other one, a little different. So we're going to strike again the 1st string, 5th fret. Then we're back to the 3rd fret on 1st string 2 times. So the last phrase is. So we got 5th fret, 3rd fret twice. Then we're going to do 3, 5, 3. Same 3rd string lick from previous. A little bend on it. Your ghost hammer lick. Then just the chord 3 times. Downstroke with thumb. Then the next verse starts again. You know, you start singing again. Now, the rest of the song is up to you. It's continuous variations on a lot of what we just discussed in the intro and this first time through. It's just multiple variations on essentially the same theme. So my advice to you is dig into it on your own from here. And try to figure what Robert's doing on your own, you know, and that's the beauty of these old songs, you know, is you're going to hear it differently than somebody else might, and you're going to play it differently than somebody else might, but, you know, either way, it's still going to be Crossroads. But, you know, like I said, I think in the intro, or maybe it was the second lesson, you know, nobody will ever play like Robert again, you know, so learning the riffs is a great idea, but not necessarily copying exactly what Robert is doing and how he's playing it. You know, you want to, we're face guitar players are thieves. You know, we want to steal from Robert. Of course we do, because he's awesome. But we also want to be ourselves at the same time, you know. So what you do with the song from here on out, entirely up to you. So let's go through the whole thing from the top of that first chord change. 3, 4. Little mistake there on the last lick, but we're getting there. Let's do it one more time. I'll try and do it even slower if I can. 3, 4. Okay, so that's intro to the first time through on Crossroad Blues. I gotta take my slide off here. I have a little burn on my pinky knuckle, and I start sweating under my slide. That stings. Anyhow, yeah, I hope you're enjoying these, and I hope this lesson was good and informative for you. You know, it's a great tune. I hope you're enjoying these. I'm having a great time making them. Not sure what we're going to do next week yet, but I'll think of something cool. But we'll keep these going, keep sharing them. A lot of you shared the last ones. I really enjoyed that. Thanks so much. Again, please feel free to contact me if you're interested in taking some private lessons. I do that via Skype and Zoom and other chat avenues. So if you got anything specific you'd like to do, techniques, songs, you know, let me know. If I can help you, I'm more than happy to do so. And also, again, if you're keeping up with these lessons, you know, I would love to see your progress or hear your progress. So you could send me a video or a short audio clip. You could do it in the comments section or send me a Facebook message. Email briantcurran@hotmail.com. I would love to hear how you're coming along with this stuff. So, well, I guess it's about time to say goodbye till next Saturday. Yeah, we'll see you all next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, Brian Curran. Follow me at facebook.com/Brian Curran Music. You all enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.